James O'Keefe is going through it. There's no other way to put it. I want to get straight to it. First, he gets sued. Well, first he gets ousted from Project Veritas. Then he goes on to found a great company. Everything's going good. Then he gets sued by Project Veritas. Now he just discovered this. We're going to get into it. Something pretty disturbing, but at the same time, as a coach, high performance coach, life coach, whatever you want to call it, I always see the silver lining in things. And something great has been exposed through what James O'Keefe has exposed with his citizen journalist army. So let's get into that. But before we do, you know I had to take you to the store. We have something called the Great Resist that's going on in the world right now. You've seen it. You've seen it in France. You've seen it in the Netherlands. You've seen it in America. You've seen it in Canada. It's happening all over the world. People are resisting everything that's going on, resisting the Great Reset, resisting the will of Mr. Klaus Schwab, aka Dr. Evil. Get your shirt there right now on the website, IamCoachColin.com. 10% off if you enter I am Coach Colin. 10% off right off the bat. So there you go. Every single purchase helps us so much, guys. You have no idea. And also you can get this. Sold not for sale hoodie, t-shirt, whatever you're looking for, tank top, right? So let's get into what I was talking about with James O'Keefe. So recently he just discovered this. So the DHS task force has debunking teams to try and stop the spread of O'Keefe journalism. The CIS, which stands for Foreign Interference Task Force, was attempting to debunk videos featuring postal workers in Michigan and Nevada. And then he's just quoting what's in the email here that I'm going to read to you. Doesn't look like a debunk exists yet. Is set to acting coordinator Brian Scully. How the F is this legal? Now, if we go through this email, we go to the bottom. That's where the first correspondence is. It says, "Hi, Brian. Have you seen/heard any debunks of the Project Veritas USPS videos?" Then this gentleman, Brian, apparently responds with this response here. He says, "Which video? There appears to be more than one. I'm looking at a USPS employee in Nevada, but have been told there's a whistleblower in Michigan," quote unquote, whistleblower. Then it just says here, there's another response to Mr. Brian Scully. It says, "I checked with our teams, so you don't have to spin your wheels. Doesn't look like any debunks exist yet." Very, very wild development. To have it from the DHS is crazy. I'm sure James O'Keefe is very startled by that. Startled, but not surprised, I'm sure. Just wild. And then we'll just go on with the timeline I found in Twitter here. Then he says, "Can someone please tell me more about who Brian Scully is? Maybe an OMG citizen journalist army can track him down." So, now I just want to say the timeline. He sent that message. Let's go back to the first one real quick. So he figures that out. He posts this at 11:20 a.m. Then he asks that question at 11:21 a.m. Then by, let's see what time, by 2:32, it says here, you can see at the bottom, someone actually finds information on this guy. James says, go, citizen journalism army. So I'm not going to show all the details there because it shows his date of birth. I'm not going to dox the guy myself, but he gets the information he's looking for, gets even more information. This is all from citizens just like yourself. Just so you know, when it comes to exposing things, you guys can hop in and get this kind of stuff done yourselves. I will show this though. So he is a part of the DHS.gov. Also has this email, which is odd. Oh, you guys can't even see that. It's a FEMA email address, which is, FEMA, a little weird. But then we go on. This was discovered at what time? We're at 4:15 by the time he sees this message. Yeah, 4:19 p.m. We're just talking about within hours people find this. Here's a video. This is James O'Keefe himself. Let's get into this one.
So we talked about Scully, and then one of our citizen journalists just seemingly found him in Ohio there. DHS email. Look at that email right there. DHS. Just finding these people just by tweeting out questions. They're finding them. How cool is that, right? Citizen journalism coming alive. So we talked about Scully.
Just incredible that James just asked about this. He tweeted this out at 4:26 p.m. Just to verify for you guys there. You can see it. Just within a few hours, he's finding out stuff, right? And then he finds this video. He asks Elon Musk. Elon Musk actually responds as well. Elon Musk, care to identify the Twitter employee who went back and forth in the emails with the Counter Foreign Interference Task Force at the DHS about videos I produce? Twitter exec responded, "Thank you very much. We've applied a label to the tweet." This is nuts. This is nuts that they go to this extent. I mean, I know everybody feels like, oh, yeah, I knew this, I knew that. It's like, no, you just didn't know. You thought it. But to actually see it, that it's real, and they're really going after him like that, is just incredible. Incredible. But we can watch this video really quick. Just verifies what James is talking about here. It's very loud. Just read the, you'll have to read the caption here. It's very loud, bad audio.
Okay. Sorry, could you repeat the question?
So my question is, you provided clarification to the social media platform about what you believe the Pennsylvania reporter meant, correct?
I don't believe that is correct.
Well, did you say, for example, on the video's authenticity, Pennsylvania states
Okay, I see what you
that they believe the videos are false and we're reaching out to our partners to validate, correct?
correct.
Okay, and then later that day, if you scroll up, you say, hey, to Twitter, just came across this debunk of the video on Twitter, correct?
Yes,
And then, so you were looking around to find information that would debunk it, correct?
I don't know if that's correct. It's possible somebody just let us know that there was something there.
Okay, and then 17 minutes later, Twitter responds, thank you so much, we've applied a label to the tweet, correct?
Yes, that's what they sent back, correct.
Oh, wow. And if you don't know who that was the Brian Scully character himself. This is very troubling that they're going to this extent to debunk James O'Keefe, to discredit James O'Keefe, to sue and silence James O'Keefe. It's a very wild thing to see. Then James goes a step further. Oh, I should probably give you a little context here. Elon Musk actually answers when James asks about if Elon Musk would care to identify this person. Elon Musk just says, where is Elon's response? Oh, here it is. He says, that person, let me move my screen here. That person reported to Jim Baker and left Twitter for Google in 2021. So now that gentleman works at Google, whoever this employee is, who's willing to do this type of thing to citizen journalists, to American citizens, which is not troubling at all. James O'Keefe wants to know his name, obviously. That's what the tweet was when he retweeted what Elon said, because he's trying to dig deeper. He wants to know who this person is. They know all about him. They're trying to discredit him. Why can't James know about this person? Because we all know what James wants to do. James wants to do a good old-fashioned walk up on you while you're at a restaurant waiting on some girl who's not coming back, which I love him for. And it's really sad that this is happening to him on top of the whole suing. Yeah, it's rough. Really rough week for James O'Keefe. But the thing that I like, I'll just tie it in at the end here, is this tweet here. James O'Keefe says this himself. He says, the greater the efforts to attack, shut down, and silence a journalist, the greater the trust is placed in that journalist. And then he says his email there, which you guys all know, O'KeefeTips@proton.com, protonmail.com. And that's very true. It's very true. You know, there's no speculation about James O'Keefe being a part of the plan, being what's that term, a controlled opposition. There's no talk of that with James O'Keefe, because everybody can just see by the way that he is treated and by the way he always acts with integrity that he's a 100% on the up and up, and they're coming after him. They're coming after him pretty strong. It's pretty sad, I gotta be honest. But I have full confidence that he'll bounce back from this. But there is another video, and maybe I'll show it at another time. Maybe I'll show it now. He's just talking about, there's like I'm subscribed, so I see some content other people don't see. In this video here, he talks about, what people can do and how people can help. And, he doesn't go on about it too often. I mean, he made his website and everything, but he really needs people to donate, because he says in this video, and I can't find it right away here. It'd be real hard. Let me silence it. It'd be really hard, but he talks about how he can't pay for these lawsuits on his own. He says himself, he's like, I'm not a wealthy man. All the money that he raised when it came to Project Veritas, although they had some flimsy excuse that he was misappropriating funds, he took none of those funds for himself. He wasn't buying all sorts of extravagant things. He wasn't padding his pockets like we know so many politicians to do. He was just using that money to get the stories done and pay the people around him. That's it. I'm sure he paid himself a salary, but it wasn't like an exorbitant amount of money. So, yeah, I can't find it right now. I'll go through this video another time. It's a Q&A that he does, just for subscribers only, but I'll show it to you guys. Yeah. So James needs help. Definitely needs help. We all know that he's strong enough to handle stuff like this, but anybody who can subscribe to what he has going on, make donations. If you go to his website, o'keefemediagroup.com, there is a link to the organization that's helping him pay for his legal fees right now. And it should be like right on the page. Actually, let's verify that. Let's actually see. No problem helping out James. Let's jump over here just to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Donation, breaking story, content, members only. I can't find it right now. Damn. But it did say, he called it Liberty Guard, I believe. You'll have to look it up. Very sorry about that, guys. But there are ways to help James. Get in contact with him. He's very easy to contact. Hit him up on his Twitter. Hit him up on his Instagram. Hit up O'Keefe Media Group. They will also respond. I believe it was called Liberty Guard. I will verify that. I heard it in the last video I posted of him. But yeah, just wanted to post that. That's what James is going through right now. And I was more than shocked to see that it was DHS that was going after him. For anybody that doesn't know, that's Homeland Security. If you didn't know what that acronym was, it's the Department of Homeland Security that's looking at James, that's trying to discredit him. That's pretty serious. But no more serious than him getting raided by the FBI like he has in the past. And yeah. So that was just something I wanted to bring to you guys, bring to your attention. That is what's going on. He is working hard. The citizen journalism army is working hard as well. And anything you can do to help definitely helps. Other than that, I am out. Pray for James.